Hello everyone, hope you all well in this critical hours of COVID-19 and safe and staying at home with your family and loved ones. So in this series or knowledge enhancement series, we are going to discuss about the sustainability principles, which is related to our environment. So energy and environment engineering, when we talk about the resource use, so definitely the one word comes into the existence that is known as sustainability. Okay, so today we will discuss about the sustainability principles. I'm again Sandeep Gautam, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication. So first of all, before going into the depth of sustainability, we have to discuss about the environment. पर्यावरण क्या है? पर्यावरण को हम कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, क्या वो चीज़ें हैं? तो भैया सीधा सीधा मतलब है कि हमारे आसपास की वो सारी चीज़ें, पानी, हवा, ज़मीन और उन पर उत्पन्न होने वाली सारी प्राकृतिक संसाधन हमारे एक एनवायरनमेंट को बनाते हैं. सो एनवायरनमेंट इज एवरीथिंग दैट अफेक्ट्स लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म. When we talk about the ecology is biological science that studies the relationship between living organism and their environment. Okay, here we have an example, ecology and environment. So what is sustainability? So in ecology, sustainability is how biological system remains diverse and productive. Long-lived and healthy wetland and forest are example of sustainable biological system. In more general terms, sustainability is the endurance of a system and process. Okay? जनरल टर्म्स में बात करूँ तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी का मतलब है एंड्योरेंस ऑफ द सिस्टम एंड प्रोसेस. Here the hand indicates the protection, or with the help of the hand where we are gonna to save the tree, and at the left side with the use of number of hands we can save the ecology or the natural resources. What are the resources? Perpetual, renewable resources, non-renewable resources. Okay, so when we talk about the perpetual resources, so renewed continuously on human scale. How? Wind energy and solar energy. So wind energy indicates that we are using the natural resources. What is here? So wind is basically the natural phenomena. Okay, so earth, moon and sun, the gravitational or the rotation of the earth basically shows the phenomena of the wind. So how we are getting the wind? Because of the natural phenomena. So that's why we are using the wind. With the help of the wind, we are moving the windmills, which is connected to the turbine. Again, turbine moves and the turbine is connected to generator. It produces the electricity. Okay. Solar energy, the sun or the ultraviolet rays or the photons comes from the sun to earth, and the heat or the thermal we are feeling, we have to convert this heat from solar to electricity with the help of the photovoltaic cell. So as we have a hut or the house over which we have put a solar panel contains a number of photovoltaic cells. They will convert solar to the electricity, and if you want to use directly this electricity to use your fan or bulb, or you want to use some home appliances with the help of this electricity, you can use, or you want to store, so we have to put a DC box here so that the electricity produced by the solar panel can be stored with the help of the DC, so that you can use in the future. Future is what? In the daytime when the sun is there, you can use directly, but in the night when there is intensity of the sun is very low, so that time solar panel will not work more efficiently. So that time, in absence of sun rays or ultraviolet rays, you have to use that stored energy which you stored in the DC box. Okay, So first point, solar panels convert sunlight to the DC current. Second, we have inverter converts electricity DC to AC. If you want to use your appliances, so you can use the inverter here. Take electricity your home as per your requirement or requires. And fourth point, extra electricity credit on the grids. Definitely. So as much as, so if you have 1 kilowatt of the load there, you can use that one, and the extra electricity can goes to the or can credit to the grids. Renewable resources can be depleted or degraded. So sustainable yield, the highest rate at which a renewable resources can be used without reducing its supply. Example, over farming the land leading to soil erosion, clear cutting forest. And when we talk about the environmental degradation, when we exceed the natural replacement rate of the resources, so that time we are degrading the environmental resources. Example, groundwater depletion or water pollution. So tragedy of commons क्या है? So degradation of renewable free access resources. If I do not use these resources, someone else will. The little bit I use or pollute is not enough to matter, and such resources are renewable anywhere. Okay. Solution, we have to seek the solution, how we can use it and we can convert this. So we have to seek the solution, how we can use the renewable resources. Okay. Non-renewable resources exist only in a fixed quantity on the earth. Metallic resources like iron, copper, aluminum. Non-metallic resources, what are the examples? Salt, clay, sand. Energy resources, coal, oil, natural gas. So if we use the coal for the energy productions, coal once used, it is not going to back again. It will take time. And coal, oil and natural gas are the fossil fuels. So to convert from the buried of the residues or the dead organism, approximately millions or trillions of years, it will convert into the coal or oil or natural gas. So we have to use appropriately these natural resources, which is directly used as an energy resources. So when 80% is gone, it may be too costly to get lost. Resource production and time, we have a frame. Here, area under curve equals the total amount of the resources or economic depletion, approximately 80% used up. So saving non-renewable resources, reduce, use less resources, reuse, to use the resources more than once to conserve or recycling, collecting resources, processing it into new products. So 3R phenomena basically used for the saving of the non-renewable resources: reduce, reuse and recycling. What is environmentally sustainable society? Our lives and economy depends on energy from the sun, that is solar amount or the capital, and natural resources and natural services like a natural capital provided by the earth. Second, living sustainably means living off earth's natural income without depleting or degrading the natural capital that supplies it. Society can become more environmentally sustainable through economic development dedicated to improving the quality of the life for everyone without degrading the earth's life system. Okay. So 4 scientific principles of sustainability. What are those? So nature has sustainable or sustained itself for billions of years by using solar energy, biodiversity, population regulation, and nutrients recycling or recycling. So lesson from nature that we can help or apply to our lifestyle and economy. So four scientific principles are basically reliance on solar energy. We have to believe that the solar energy exists till the earth exists, till the human being exists there. Okay. So we have to dependent on it and we have to use it. Biodiversity, in which number of species exist. Population control, so we have to use the appropriate manner by which we can control the population so that we can use the natural resources in the appropriate manner. And nutrient cycling. So nutrient cycling basically indicate that nutrients like nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus and all the nutrients, so we have to use the recycling or the cycling of it so that we can indicate or we can get the optimum uses of the nutrient cycling so that it can produce again and again into the nature. Okay. So learning to live more sustainably, how we can do it? So current emphasis or sustainably emphasis is on it. So pollution cleanup indicated by the red color and the pollution prevention indicated by the or sustainable emphasis indicated by the green color because it is eco-friendly. And current emphasis basically indicated by the red color because it's a dangerous and it is in the depleting form, so that's why indicated as a danger formation. So current emphasis is pollution cleanup. But when we talk about the sustainable emphasis, we have to control or prevent the pollution. Waste disposal, bury or burn, we are doing it, but we are not working on the waste prevention. Protecting species, we have to work. Okay, we basically are protecting the species, but basically we have to protect the habitat, whole habitat. Current emphasis indicate the environmental degradation. Okay, but what exactly we have to do for the sustainable growth? We have to use the environmental restoration. Because of the population growth, we are increasing the number of people. That's why it is increasing the resources use. And if it will be continuous in the formation, so definitely one day will come when exactly we are not seeing number of resources which exist today. But the sustainable emphasis is that we have to use the less number of resources of the waste. Population growth is in uncontrolled manner. Okay, so if you want to use the natural resources in the future, you have to population stabilization. Current scenario for the depleting and degrading the natural capital, definitely it's very true because people are not very much aware about it, how they have to use or deplete the or degrade the natural capital. So first of all, we have to conduct the environmental awareness program among the people, schools and among the number of peoples or the societies, so that they can be very much aware about it, that they are not supposed to deplete or degrade the natural capital. So sustainably emphasis we have to protecting the natural capital, for which we have to conduct the seminar or we have to take the help of the NGOs. So here I, Sandeep Gautam single cannot protect the environment, but if I aware approximately 10 people and the 10 people again approximately 10 to 15 people can be aware by that 10 people, the chain is continuous, and definitely we all or the community effort can save the environment. So the main idea is that we must act responsibly so that resources on the planet will be able to support many generations to come. This picture basically indicate this. So here the picture indicate that I can hand over this beautiful nature, beautiful environment, beautiful resources to you. So please take care of it and try to save the nature. and try to aware each and every people so that they can use the natural resources in the appropriate manner. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.